Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to another CFAT Practice Test questions with answers in problem solving. This is now video number 25 of my video series. In this video, I'm gonna solve 3 problems. If you wanted more of this practice CFAT test, I recommend armytest.com. I'll put the link in the description of this video. Alright, going back to the video. Starting right away with number 1. Peter lives 2 kilometers to the south of Andrew's house. James lives 4 kilometers to the north of Andrew's house. Thomas's house is 6 kilometers south of Peter's house. How far is James's house from the house of Thomas? Okay, it seems to be a complicated or slightly complicated problem, but it's actually really easy if you draw it. Okay, so here are your choices, and the correct answer is 12 kilometers. So the solution, like I said, is to draw. Okay, so we break it down slowly, one by one. We have Peter lives 2 kilometers to the south of Andrew's house. So you see there my simple drawing or labeling, I should say. So Peter is to the south of Andrew's 2 kilometers. Okay. Then we have James living 4 kilometers to the north of Andrew's house. Okay, so 4 kilometer north. There we have it right there. North of Andrew, we got James 4 kilometers. Okay, and then the last piece is that we got Thomas's house is 6 kilometers south of Peter's house. Okay, so south of Peter, we get Thomas 6 kilometers. Okay, now notice that it's all straight line north to south from James to Thomas. So now the question is, how far is James's house from the house of Thomas? So like I said, straight line north to south. So then all we have to do, because it's a straight line distance, all we have to do is add. So we add 4 plus 2 plus 6. Okay. We add up all the distances, and so we get 12 kilometers in total. Okay, so that will be the answer, which is letter D. Okay, moving on to number 2. Number 2 is an age problem. Okay, so reading the problem, Morphy is 4 times as old as Bobby. Bobby is twice as old as Dan. Dan is 3 times as old as Gary, who is now 4 years old. How old is Murphy now? Okay, the choices are right there, and then the correct answer is letter B, 96. Okay, solution. So the step 1 here is to analyze the age relationships. So I'll let you see the problem one more time. Right there. And so I have broken down the relationships like that. So starting from the bottom, we know Gary's age now, which is 4. And Dan is 3 times as old as Gary. We got Bobby 2 times as old as Dan, and finally Morphe 4 times as old as Bobby. So once we have the relationships, the step 2 now is to start from the given age, which is Gary's age now, which is 4. So we start from there, and then we move up all the way to the oldest person. Okay, so Gary, we know 4 years old, and then the first relationship is Dan is 3 times as old as Gary. So we just multiply 3 times 4, we get 12. Dan is 12 years old. The next relationship is Bobby is twice as old as Dan. So then we multiply again, 2 times 12, we get 24. So Bobby is 24 years old. Then the last relationship is Morphe is 4 times as Bobby. So we notice here that Morphe is the oldest of the 4 persons. So we get 4 times 24 is equal to 96. Okay, which is letter B. Okay, dokie. Moving on to the last but not the least question, another age problem. Smith is now 4 years old. Smith is twice as old as Hudson when Smith was as old as Hudson is now. How old is Hudson now? Okay, it seems like there's a play on words here, but I'll break it down so that it's understandable and correctly interpreted. So the answer or the choices are right there, and the correct answer is A, 18. So we start with our given. We get Smith's age now is 24. So we're given that first sentence. And then we let X as Hudson's age now. Okay. So we know that the age difference now is 24 times X, because we let X as the age of Hudson, so therefore the difference between the age of Smith and Hudson is 24 minus X. And the age difference when Smith was half his own age, okay, is equal to X minus 24 divided by 2. So how did I get that? Is because of the statement which says Smith is twice as old as Hudson when Smith was as old as Hudson is now. Okay, so in the statement we let Hudson's age, which is X. So then it says Smith is twice, so remember that Smith is the older person. Smith is twice as old as Hudson when Smith was as old as Hudson is now. So what we're gonna do there is to divide the age of Smith by 2 in order to get the half. Okay, so then the difference now is X minus 12 divided by 2, or X minus 12. And we know that the age difference is always the same, regardless of now, in the past, in the future, it's always the same. So an example is this. So let's say your mom's age is, let's say, 75, and you are 30 years old. So 75 minus 30 is 45. Now, whether it's in the past or in the future, the age difference between your mom and yourself is always the same. Okay, so we apply the same principle here. So the age difference now is 24 minus x between the age of Smith and Hodgson. And in the past, it's x minus 24 divided by 2, as I indicated right there and right there. The now and in the past. Okay? So now we equate the two age differences, because like I said, it's always the same. The age difference is always the same. So then we simplify the expression. We get 24 minus x is equal to x minus 12. So we move negative 12 on the right side. Moving to the left side, we get 24 plus 12. And then we move the negative x on the left side into the right side, so we get positive x. So we get 2x is equal to 36. So then we solve for x, we get 36 divided by 2. We get x is equal to 18. So 18 is Hudson's age now. So we need to check our answer in order to make sure, excuse me, that we are on the right track. So the difference in age is always equal, like I mentioned. The age difference now is 24 minus 18 is equal to 6. So when Smith was 18, which is 6 years ago, which is Hudson's age now, and it was 6 years ago, Smith age 6 years ago is 24 minus 6, which is 18. Okay, since the age difference is always equal, we must also subtract 6 from the age of Hudson now. So we know that the age of Hudson now is 18. So we subtract 6, we get 12. So now we know that when Smith was 18, Hudson was 12. And so Smith is now 24 years old, which was twice of Hudson's age of 12. Okay, 12 times 2 is 24. That's 6 years ago, okay, like stated in the problem right there. It's a little bit confusing, but if you look at it closely, it's an easy problem. Okay, so I hope you learned something from this video, and like I said, I'm gonna put a description, the link in the description of the video. Wish you all the best in your CFAT exam. I hope you pass your exam with flying colors, and wish you all the best in your career in the Canadian Armed Forces. Cheers, take care, have a good one.